YouTube Tuesday from Barnabas Junction, brought to you in association with the Model Railway YouTube Community Group, MRYCG, connecting the Model Railway community together. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. Just search for MRYCG. Good evening, everybody. It's YouTube Tuesday with me, Jason, at Barnabas Junction, down in the editing room today. Just move that over a bit. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Let's have a look at who's in the chat right now. I know there's been a lot of you in the chat very early today. So good to have you all. I know many of you have been in since 7 o'clock. So I think somebody thought we started at 7. No, we started at 8 o'clock. Unless there's a reason otherwise. So good evening to Beatenhoff Junction, Crossways Point Junction, New Durham Junction, Flymo. Good evening to you. Oswestry Road, TMD. Who else we got in? Leslie Gilpin. He's changed his channel name to now Leslie Gilpin Railways. Good evening to you. Everyone's chatting away. I know the wife's been in there already. Beatenhoff Junction is in. Who else have we got? Leicester Station, Gary, good evening. Thanks for joining us. There's the wife. Yes, so many of you already chatting away before the stream even started. And yes, I am fed and watered, Leslie. Thanks for asking that. Jason, the train freak, is in. Good evening to you. Glad you're here. I'm going to be talking about you in a moment. Clive Cabold, good evening to you. Tom Houston, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Who else have we got in? I've not mentioned yet. March West Junction, TMD. Hello, March West. Great to see you at the weekend. We'll be talking about that. Tim of Blue Tree Models. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Debbie McMillan's in. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for joining us over in the Channel Islands. The Growler, Blackwood Engage. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Carl Braun of Bangor Junction is in. Good evening. Who else? Oh, you're chatting away that fast. I'm struggling. Timber, good evening, Timber. Will Parry, good evening to you. Finnerton, Brian, good evening to you. Going to be talking about you also a little later on. Mark Wilson in. Any relation to Jason? Thank you for joining us. I've caught up with the chat, so good evening to you all. I've not mentioned everything while I've been chatting away, so thank you all for joining me. It's been a busy weekend for me. It's been a busy weekend for many, and next weekend it's going to be an even busier weekend for everybody in the community. So a quick drink, hang on. Oh, right. So today, because I'm downstairs, I will be inviting you all to come and join me and chat about your model railways. How's the RAF 156, Jason, clocking up the mileage? It has been. It's a lovely little run around. If you haven't seen it, check out last week's, because we had a special delivery. Yes, we had a lovely Hornby 156 in the Royal Spirit of the Royal Air Force livery, joining us courtesy of Craig at New Durham Junction. Good evening to Aaron of Upwell and Onwards in sunny New Zealand. Well, it's been quite sunny here for once after all that nasty weather we've had over the past couple of weekends, or even a bit more than that, actually. As always, we've got the usual features today. We've got the shout out and we've got the modeller's moment. I have got quite a backlog on modeller's moments at the moment. So, but if you want to get in the schedule for that, then please get in touch with me. For modeller's moments, you need to send in some photographs or some short video clips to BarnabasJunction@gmail.com. Right, first thing we have to do every single time, as always, is do the mentions and thank yous to all the channel supporting members. So the list is there. Thank you to every single one of you for being supportive of this channel to bring it to what it is every single week. Links to all of those channels can be found in the description below of every video that this channel does put out for YouTube Tuesday. So please do take a moment, if you are not already visiting any of these channels, please take a moment to go and visit them. And if you like what you see, please do subscribe to their channels. They would greatly appreciate it. And remember to interact with any channel you do subscribe to. Otherwise, YouTube will remove your subscription. And talking of YouTube, I'll just briefly go over this. YouTube has got some changes coming soon. And it involves something like what we're doing right here, right now, on this StreamYard. I'll just wait for that to go off the screen. So, yes, just briefly, if you haven't seen, if you video creators out there have not yet seen the latest update from YouTube, they are going to be making some new changes to the service. And one of them is collaborative live streaming, like what we do right here on StreamYard. They've obviously seen what the big, huge popularity of StreamYard, and they're bringing it on board to their own platform. So we will be able to do collaborative live streaming with other YouTubers. More on that will be mentioned in the future. We'll wait to see what happens. Yeah, big changes are coming for the better, I believe. So stay posted on that. Let's have a look again at the chat. I've just seen some new names popping up. Darlingborough Model Railway. That is Richard. Good evening to you. David Cook is in. Thank you for joining us. Yes, truly international with New Zealand and the Channel Islands on call. That is Debbie saying that. So thank you, Debbie. Yeah, definitely. We're all for. And then we've obviously got over in the States and Canada. And if we may even get British Columbia as well popping in very shortly. So we're from all over the world. What a great community the Model Railways is. Oh, well, yes, watching the stream while at work. Don't get caught. You get Roy Ethelham, Eltham. Good evening to you. Just lurking while working. I think a lot of people do that, don't they? They seem to pop on while they're at work, lurking in the background. So thank you for dropping in and saying hello. That's much appreciated of you for joining us. Howard Bromfit, good evening to you also. Right, so there's a big event taking place this weekend, isn't there? Yeah, and it's not Model Rail Scotland. Well, yeah, it is. That is the big event. Yeah, there's a lot of things taking place this weekend. From Friday, obviously, we've got Model Rail Scotland. On Saturday, you've got the MRYCG Off the Rails radio show taking place, which is going to be having connection to Model Rail Scotland, because there's going to be some guests on that live from Bonnie Scotland, directly from the show. So if you want to listen into that, it'll be live on Sonic Radio from 4 p.m. this Saturday. Please do check it out. Let's have a look at the comments, what people are saying. Finding something good to blame it on to the train. But there's all StreamYard. You don't, David. What was that in regards to? Oh, Alan Reynolds. Good evening, Alan. Alan, thanks for joining us. What was he saying to David then? Oh, so, will you need to have 1K subs again to do that? I don't think so. I think they've changed it. But obviously, you only need 50 subscribers to do it on your mobile. But I think they're going to bring that back to the mainstream computer area as well. So yeah, big changes coming for YouTube. Finiston Central, thanks again for my prize. You're very welcome, and well, big thanks obviously to yourself. In a moment, I'll be mentioning that very shortly. But yes, we've got Model Rail Scotland. So if I can do this rightly, it's been a while since I've used it on here. But the reason why I've come on to here is because I wanted to do this with the computer. So the laptop struggles to do it. So yes, the big thing is this Saturday. It is indeed Model Rail Scotland, taking place from Friday the 25th of February till Sunday the 27th of February. Are you going? I did the last one. I think the last one that was on was the last one exhibition before everything got closed down. But I was there myself in 2019, was it 20? I can't remember now. It was that long ago. Forgotten where everything's gone these last few years. So let me just bring that full screen so everybody. There we go. There we go. So yes, Model Rail Scotland. Are you attending? Jenny extended the YouTube invite to every day of Model Rail Scotland at 2 p.m. Scrapline's in. Good evening, Tim. Scrapline. Timbersurf, too far for me. Yeah, it's too far for me this time. Definitely, I won't be in attendance, but I'm doing a radio show anyway, so I'm only able to attend. But we will be chatting live with many of the people at that show. So if you can't make it to the show, then tune in to Sonnet 4 p.m. on Saturday, and we'll be talking to some of the people at the show. I haven't been also since 2019, not going this year. Hope to make it next year, says Tom Houston. Water Roads in, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Train Freak says way too far for me. Yeah, definitely. Tim, Scrapline, are you going? I know it's a long trip for you, but are you going? That's a good question. So yeah, lots of information about this is available on their website. Do recommend if you've got the opportunity to go. It's as good as Worley at the end of the day. It's really, really good exhibition to go to. It's 10:30 till 6 on Friday, 10 till 6 on Saturday, and 10:30 till 5 on Sunday. And there, if you're traveling up by train, there is a vintage bus service operating from Glasgow railway station. I think it's Glasgow Central, is it? And to take you directly to the venue. And a list of everything, all the layouts and exhibitors are on the website, as well as on their social media page as well. Definitely worth checking out. It's going to be a very, very busy exhibition, probably one of the biggest exhibitions this time since I've ever been to one. Definitely, if you have the ability to go, I recommend it. Indeed, I do. So that's Model Rail Scotland. If please do let us know if you are going. If you're not, then please do join us on the Sonic Radio from 4 p.m. to talk all about it, as well as a lot of other things. Now, there are other exhibitions taking place. Flymo says, I'm watching the Met Office website, keeping an eye on the weather. Yeah, the weather's supposed to be getting a bit rough again by this weekend. Jason, the rundown on my layout in the loft is started. Fantastic, Clive. Looking forward to that. Just looking at what other people are saying or talking to themselves amongst each other. Closest I can get to Scotland is my J36 and father. Yeah, so yeah, going to be a cracking weekend for those attending, and for hopefully there'll be plenty of people live streaming and or lots of videos and photographs that will attend from it afterwards. Yes, Shrewsbury is a washout apparently, says yes, I bet it's highly flooded. Crystal ball, if I consult my crystal ball, I might go in 2026 and have a trade stand with timber scale. Oh, well, that'll be good if you can by that time. Yeah, that'll be excellent stuff. Right, so also then, right, so on that note, let me just take that off. Let me just do this. So you want to know about the podcast, radio show. Come on. It's not letting me do it. Why? I don't know if you can still hear me. Hopefully you can all still hear me. The computer's just decided to freeze on me. But yeah, it'll come back in a moment. Yeah, it's still working. I can still see myself chatting away. I'll just wait for the computer to decide to sort itself out. But anyway, this Saturday from 4 p.m, I will be hosting this week's Off the Rails Radio Show podcast, or Radcast, as Stuart likes to call it. And it involves it's going to be discussing the exhibition and talking with some people. We'll be live on the show from the exhibition. Now, I'm just going to see if I can get this back to working, because it's now decided to widescreen on me. Just bear with me one moment, because I'm absolutely unable to do anything with the computer. I've got a timer on my screen. Let's see what I can do. Bear with me. If I lose the stream, I will come back with it, so don't worry. Don't know why that's open. And that might be what's causing it. Nope, still not working. No, computer's decided to widescreen on me, so we'll see what I can do in a moment. We'll wait and see whether it comes back. I may have to end the stream and then bring it back, or re-access the stream. Let me just see what I can do. Yes, it's overloading the CPU. For some reason, memory is going off the scale, so bear with me. It may crash. If so, I'll be straight back with you. Hey, and I'm back. When is Worley? Is that the best? That says Debbie. I think it's the 26th, 27th of November. I'd have to double check on that. I'll have a look in a moment. So I've managed to get it back working again. Yay, good stuff. Don't know what that's doing there. Going to that. Good to that. There's two of me now, but never mind. Oh, it's gone now. Sorted. Usually it's always the last weekend, Worley is, of November. So don't worry if you want to go. Information is available on their website. Right, so I'm going to try and do this again. What's this now? Let's try that again without that. Yay, it's worked this time. So let me just change to that. Just bear with me. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okie dokie. So let me just do that. So on Saturday, if you haven't checked this out, this is the MRYCG podcast radio show Facebook page, where details of the show is hosted. As you can see, it's linked there to Sonic Radio, and we're going to be discussing Model Rail Scotland with some special guests live from Glasgow, all being well. If you want to know more about the podcast radio show, you can check out the MRYCG website, where full links are on there for you to find. So yes, we will be talking with a couple of people. We hopefully will be live from the venue. Fingers crossed that their connection will be fantastic, and we will get them nice and clear for you. So tune in, as it says. Let's see if I can zoom in actually. Yeah, I can. There we go. So tuning in live on Saturday, the 26th of February, 2022 from 4 p.m. as we discuss the long weekend of activities and introduce some special guests available at thisissonic.co.uk. please do check it out. That's Off the Rails with MRYCG. Right, where's my cursor gone? There it is. On the opposite of the right correct screen. That is Saturday. This Saturday, 4 p.m. Thank you very much, Flymo, posting in some excellent links. Right. Well, so I went out on Brickerton. Yes, hopefully we'll be able to listen to the podcast on the train journey back from Glasgow, says Ryan at Brickerton Model Railway. I went out on Sunday down to the Winter Whalley Open Day. I know that there's a few of you that were also in attendance, and I did pick up a few bits and bobs from their second-hand stall, and also I received a very special, very kind special gift from another modeler who is here in the chat. I've got what he got me right here, and thank you very much to Brian of Finnerton Central, who very kindly gifted me this new Coca-Cola van, one that I don't actually have. I have the silver one and I have the red one, but he's very, very kindly got me the black one to add to the collection. So thank you very much indeed, Brian. That was totally unexpected and totally wasn't required. You didn't need to do it, but I really appreciate that. It's very, very grateful of you gifting me that, and I will add that pride of place with all the rest as well. Good evening to Digger. Good evening. Thank you very much. He's saying hi, Shanks. Thanks very much. Crossways, yes, I know. Good luck with your upcoming operation. We wish you all the best, Bernie. But yeah, thank you very much. Well, I did pick up some really cheap bargains from the that's just dropped a box from the second-hand stall. Randomly got this bit of concrete track, which I'm going to use for detailing and also loads on some wagons that I've got. It was a quid for that. Wasn't too fussed. Thought that was a bit of a steep bargain, really. And I haven't got any concrete tracks, so that'll look good and something different on the layout. I know it's nothing really for much people, but I did get this lovely kit by Polar. Never heard of this company before, but as you can see, I paid £2 for it, and it's the Polar HOOO kit number 566, and it is 2 houses under construction. So yeah, I was quite pleased to finding something like that. I've got a little bit of an area where this will go quite well, but for £2 you can't complain, can you? Absolutely, like Tim has just said, bargain. Yeah, it was a bargain. Oh, I have a couple of those buildings on my layout, says Jason the Train Freak. Brian, you didn't clear out the stand, but there was that much on there. I think you may have had a good go at it if you wanted to, but you did get a couple of great bargains yourself. But yeah, the Polar. Never seen this before, but Jason the Train Freak saying he's got that on his layout. On the back, there is a big selection of other kits that they do, which I'm quite interested in, actually. So if anybody else has seen these type of kits, I quite like that. That's quite interesting. I like that. Please let us know. But an absolute bargain, £2. So you can tell that the stand was full of bargains. Get something like that for £2. I cannot complain. Alan Reynolds says I have these too. They're from the 70s. Polo was an independent, but was absorbed by Fowler. Right, I did not know that. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and it's brand new. It's still in its cellophane wrapper. Never been opened, so I'm pleased about that. We will be doing the shout outs, don't worry, soon. We'll get on with that. I'm going to do a number of them at the same time. A lot of you might know I'm quite fond of me novelty wagons, but I've seen these knocking about before, but for a lot bigger price. Now, these are a bit battered in the boxes, but they are boxed, and I got 2 of the Whalley 2004 Virgin Trains limited edition. It's either that limited, they haven't even got any information on the boxes. Limited edition box fans. And I've got quite a lot of Virgin Train stuff, wagon wise, but I haven't got these. So I've got these both for a tenner. So I was quite pleased about them. And on top of that, now I've already got 2 of, which I got last year, I think it was. And I'm quite pleased to have snapped up another 3 of the same wagons that I've already got, and they are again Virgin Trains, and they are, if I can read what they say they are, Virgin Trains 45-ton VDA closed vans 1804 to 2004 rail bicentenary wagons, and they are numbered number 138, 441 and 140. Now I've already got 2 of these, and 2 of them not the same number, so I've got 5 now of totally separate numbers, and I think they'll look quite good in a fleet. Excuse me. So yeah, 5 of these now, so a nice rake of 5 of these box VDA vans will go quite well together, and I got all 3 of those for 20 quid. Rather pleased. So I'll get them out for a running session, all 5 of them, very soon, and we'll do another running session on the layout. So yeah, and they were my purchases for the day. Didn't spend too much there, limited funds availability, so I didn't spend much, but I was quite pleased to be able to grab those. Faller are a German company based in Baden-Württemberg. Kit will be HO. Yeah, it says HO/00, but I don't mind. It's buildings. They all come in different shapes and sizes, so there's no real 100% scale on buildings. Here where I live, you've got buildings dating back so many years, and they're tiny railway houses, which even I have to duck to get into. Jason got carpet burnt from putting his hand in his pocket for 3 of them. Yeah, I spotted one, and I was like, oh, let me grab that. And then I saw there was another one underneath it, and then there was another one underneath it. I thought, I'll take all 3, please. Well, yeah, absolute bargain. Right, let's get on with the shout outs then. So we're already half an hour into the show, so let's get on with tonight's very first shout out. So first shout out today is going to a recommendation from another modeler, and I have sent the link to Flymo, and this, I couldn't believe it when I saw it, so I'm just going to bring that up. Right, so the channel name is Linden Gingel, I think it's pronounced. But the layout is called Parvale. Excuse me. The layout itself is called Parvale. Now, this is an N-gauge layout, and I was stunned when I watched these videos. You really do need to check out this channel. If you are an N-gauge modeler, you will most definitely like this channel. Now, reason why this seriously deserves a shout out. It's only got 15 subscribers. I can't believe it's only got 15 subscribers. This needs a lot more subscribers. It needs the attention of the model railway community. It needs to be seen. Absolutely. He does other videos as well regarding trains, out and about and on the line side as well. But please do check out his videos of his model railway. The scenic detail, the preciseness, it's just absolutely amazing. For N scale, I can't believe how detailed that is. Now, I find N scale it's really, really tiny for me, but it's incredible how much N scale detail in N scale actually does produce nowadays. Some years ago, N scale was a bit of a struggle to successfully model, in my opinion. But this is just, you wouldn't, unless you actually knew it was N scale and you got something to compare it about, you'd think it was maybe 00 scale, but no, it is N scale. He's doing full length, huge length trains on this layout. That gives you an idea. This layout is huge itself. Definitely, please do check it out. If I can tell you now, you will want to subscribe to it, no matter what scale of model railways you do prefer. But yeah, please do check it out. I'm just going to refresh it. It was showing 15 to me. Let's see what it's showing already. 22. Come on, let's get this. There's 40 odd of you in there. There's no way all of you are already subscribed. Please do check it out. Even if you're not an N scale, I've subscribed to it. I've had to, because it's that good. And please do go on the latest videos, interact with that channel when you subscribe to it, comment on them, and on their layout videos, or there's any videos, just state that you come across this channel after hearing about it on this, and you can't believe that you've never seen it before. I couldn't believe it. So I'd like to say a huge thank you to Owens Model Railways for bringing me that channel to my attention. I'd never heard of it before, and I'm completely shocked that I've not come across it before then. Clybridge Station, good evening. How are we all? We are well. And CSX Renville, good evening. I was there on the American layout upstairs. Were you? Were you? I was at the Worley Club Open Day last Sunday. Good turnout despite the weather. CSX, why didn't you tell me you were going to be? You tell us you were going to be there, or I'd come up and say hello. I was actually looking at the layout at one point. So wow, I can't believe we've crossed paths and didn't get to say hello to each other. But gutted now. I didn't get to speak to you. But anyway, yeah, that American layout is phenomenal. So yes, thank you very much for taking time to have a look at that channel. If you don't want to do it now, 35 subscribers, amazing. He's gained 20 subscribers just in the last couple of minutes. But yeah, definitely check it out. Nice few live videos on there too. Yeah, it's great if you like some your line side videos as well. Definitely worth checking out. And there's going to be more talk about some line side videos coming up probably a bit later on. So yeah, excellent stuff. Right, so let's have a look at what people are saying in the chat. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat tonight for some reason. Who else have we got? Anyone else coming in new since I last spoke? And let's have a look what people are saying in chat. Finnerton, yes, got 2 DMU sets. He did for less than 60 quid. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And Barnabas Junction TMD bagged himself an absolute stonking set with a little bit of help from myself. You know, people do seem to know what my haggling skills are like, and I helped him to bag an absolutely fantastic the Shakespeare Express, I think it was. CSS, I'm going to Scotland on Sunday. Paul Higgins, good evening. Well, thanks for the shout out. His layout is fantastic. Yeah, indeed, Roy. I can't believe it. It's incredible. Right, so a couple more shout outs coming up. Just lurking says XMG12 and trying to clean traction tires on a 79 HST 125. Still yucky. Ooh. I need a shout out. Only had 2 entries to my. Really? Right. This is an off-the-cuff shout-out, everybody. Timber Surf has got a competition on his channel right now. You need to get entering for this competition. It's his 2,000 subscriber competition. And up for grabs is a £50 voucher to spend at Timber Scale products. Get onto his video and get entering into his competition. I was actually going to come to that a bit later on, but you beat me to it, Timber, again. You did it last week. Someone saying hello. Oh, St. Mary's Church Model Railway. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Why don't you do a live auction once a month for MRYCG sales? We did a live charity auction some time ago, and we haven't done one again since, actually, for a long time, but we will look into it. we have said we will look into it again in the future. But yeah, we could do something like that. Have to look into the logistics of it. Growler says that Revolution Trains new N-Class 320-1 seems to have some issues. It derails. Oh dear. Am I the only one losing sound? Shouldn't be. I'll just check my own sound. Yeah, all's fine with me. But yeah, we could possibly look into that, but we will come to that in the future. We'll look into the logistics and see what we can do. I'll have my spiky hair and black Wrangler puffer jacket, black Wrangler hoodie, blue 11WMZ Wrangler jeans, and a W8 Smith carrier bag. Find someone on Saturday matching that description. It'll be me, says. Yeah, let's put that up on there. Excellent stuff. There you go. So you want to find Clyde Bridge? That's how you find him. Look out for that description. Might find it difficult if you haven't got a rucksack though, because everybody has rucksacks. Yeah, the rucksack bash brigade. Excellent stuff. Right. So I'm just going to do this. Just posting that link in there now, so I don't forget. That is the link for you to come and join me on the show right now, if you're feeling up to it. But yeah, get on to Timber Surf's competition. Definitely a good competition, interesting competition and all. I will say that, Timber. I need to speak to you actually, if that's possible, at some point over the next few days, if that's okay. Be great to get you to come and speak with me. Got something interesting to ask you. Yeah, so great stuff. That we've still got still loads to talk about. I can't talk about that, but what I can talk about is, and let me just bring this up on my screen. Oh, I've just realised that is. Let me reset that. There we go. Right. So another thing to talk about. Now, this has only been launched today, and I wanted to bring it to your attention as soon as possible. And I would like people to, if interested, spread the word on something rather interesting. So let me just do that. Let me just do this. Where is it? Let me find out which one it is first. I don't know which one it is. Hang on. Let me close that one. Let me close that one, and then they'll go. Let me get rid of that and get rid of that. So, which one is it now? It's not that one. It's that one. Yes. Okie dokie. So, and I'll do this as well. No, not that way. There we go. Right. Hopefully that will work. Bear with me. I'm trying to find out how to do this now. Trying to get it to show full screen. No, it won't let me. Okie dokie, no problem. In that case, I will do da 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 da. That's it. Right. Okay. So let me bring this up on full screen. Yes, excellent stuff. Right. So launched today by popular demand. After last year, MRYCG did a around the world in 24 hours live streaming event. Now, we initially, earlier on today, it was going to be launched for the 3rd of April, but it's now been moved to the 17th of April. What is it? Well, it's simply an event for you YouTubers out there who like to do live streaming. And you can also include videos which are premiered. so you can be interacting in it as a live stream. So on Sunday, the 17th of April, from midnight of the 16th into the 17th, a 24-hour live streaming event is set to take place. What is it? Well, basically, every hour there are slots available, or every 30 minutes or so. We can incorporate 30 minutes as well, if you wish to. There are 1 hour slots available for everybody to live stream from your own channels. So it's your own work, it's your own streaming, it's your own thing. But what we ask is you go into a schedule for the 24-hour period and fill in one of the time slots. Yes, Train Free, coming to you in a moment. Fill in a time slot where you would like to do a premiere or a live stream, a live streaming premiere, or a actual live stream like what we're doing right here now. And you do whatever you wish on your own channel. You could do a running session, you could do model build, you can just do a general chit chat. You can talk about maybe things you've done regarding the model railways over the past few weeks. You can do whatever you wish. You can do electronics, you can do kit building, you can do kit bashing, you can do painting, you can just run some trains. You can do whatever you wish on your channel, because it's your channel. You do whatever you wish. It's for you. This is to get an interest for you. And it was extremely popular last year that we got asked to do it again. I will apologize, I completely forgot all about it, about bringing it back. But to commemorate last year's event taking place in April last year, 2021, we have returned it for 2022 to take place again in April. And all you need to do is go to the MRYCG Facebook page, because this is open to everybody. Go to the page and look at under the event, and you'll see it. Click on the event, and all information is available for you to take a look at. Let's have a read about here. Information around the world in 24 hours. Model Railway Railroad live streaming event returns for 2022. Would you like to get involved in some fun and entertainment? Then why not join up with the planned MRYCG around the world in 24 hours event? Share this event worldwide and tell your modeling friends to join in. Timetables of stops along the journey will be drawn up where modelers can select a 1 hour slot. You can do 30 minutes if you wish, if we can get another 30 minutes to fill it in, or even longer if available. We'd like you to take 1 hour slots primarily, because there's only 24 slots in obviously 24 hours, so that you can give the opportunity for other people. If it does fill up super fast, we will look at doing a further one very soon, or even maybe extend it to 48 hours. We don't know. You go live on your very own YouTube channel at the time that you've basically reserved a slot for. You can leave live stream about anything you wish during your timetable stop. Running sessions, model making, servicing your stock, weathering, electronics, etc., etc. The list is endless. All you have to do is, when you're due to finish your slot, is promote where the next available live stream will be in the scheduled timetable and where it will be hosted, and tell your viewers how they can go and watch it. We would like to include modelers from all around the world, because that's what it is. It's 24 hours around the world. The planned event is primarily scheduled for Sunday the 17th. If this is subject to change if the time slots do not fill up. But from first approaches, it's going to fill. I got a feeling this is going to fill up even just the next couple of days. We've already got requests while I've been on this show to fill up another 4 slots. And just before I came on, 2 more slots got filled, which I'm going to come on to in a moment. The schedule is posted in the pinned post of the discussion below, so please do check it out. Please have a look at this. It's on the MRYCG Facebook page. So if you go to the discussion area, in here, you will find the schedule. And this was published, obviously you can see there, only an hour ago. In fact, look, 7:15, 45 minutes, 40 minutes before I came on air, this only went on there. I'm on there, I'm doing midday, halfway through the day. Valley Brooks already reserved his slots. And as last year, Jason Wilson, who is in the chat right now, he is opening the show for us again over the pond, which is fantastic that we can get those that are overseas, either, well, anywhere in the world, can fill the earlier slots. These time slots shown here are UK time slots, as it's stated just there. They are the time zones for UK. So that is midnight UK, but obviously the train freak, wherever he is, there will be a time difference, which will approximately be 4 or 5 hours. I can't quite remember. I think he's Eastern time. I think the train freak is, so I think he's 5 hours, if I'm rightly. So it would be like 7 p.m. their time on the day before, compared to us. But it'll be the 18th. The actual day for us on the Sunday. Train 6 p.m. Oh, right, it'll be 6 p.m. your time, right? So you'll be 6 hours behind us, rightio. And Train Freak is doing the show opening first hour, and he's also doing his 1 p.m. hour as well. There will be links to everybody's YouTube channels in the schedule as it gets filled up. So like I say, this has only been out an hour, and straight away it's filling up. But while I'm on air now, this is already getting requests to go on it. So if you do want to be involved, oh right, you're Central US time, got you. So if you do want to get involved, then it's worthy to come and take a look at this on the MRYCG Facebook page and get your requests in for a slot if you would like to get involved. If not, if you don't want to get involved, then don't forget to tune into this on the day and tune into as many of these live streams as possible. It would be great to see this fill up pretty quick. Finniston Central Model Railway, what's happened? I nearly crashed the last hour. Oh, crikey. I'm just looking at the chat, so I'll come back to that in a moment. So yeah, please do check it out. It is the MRYCG's Around the World 24-hour live streaming event, taking place from midnight UK time of the 17th up to midnight of the 18th, 24 hours. Some fantastic stuff. I'm really looking forward to this. I can't believe it's been a year since we last did it, and I feel we do need to do it a lot more. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. So let's have a look at the chat. Let's have a look at those in the chat. Sounds fantastic, says David Cook. Thank you very much. Timber said, does Wales count as a different country, Timber? No, it's the UK. Not if it's not definitely if it's the UK, but different if it's Wales. Looking back at people, what they're saying in the chat, you can still like the stream if you're signed into YouTube if you don't want to chat. Indeed. Thank you very much. I did 1 hour last year. It was fantastic. It helped my channel a lot. Yeah, you did, Bernie. Indeed, you did. And you were quite nervous because I think it was your first time you'd actually done a live stream as well. And you've done many of them since. Looking at what other people are saying in the chat. Flymo, it was 2 till 5 a.m. Leslie, 17th of April, MRYCG round. Thank you very much, Flymo, for all that. That's fantastic stuff. Yes, and also Train Fleet's just posted in. If you're liking this stream today, please give it some thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're not already, then if you're watching in the background and you're not chatting live, then please do subscribe, because once you do subscribe, you can chat live with others in here as well. Come and say hello to the community. We'll appreciate it dearly. So I'm having a look now at people in chat to have a look and see who will get a shout out tonight. Let's have a look. Who have we got? Who have we not mentioned in the chat tonight? So yeah, if you want to have a shout out, you've got to be in chat. So have a look. I'm scrolling through. Oh, trying to find somebody that's not had a not had a shout out recently. I've just seen somebody, and I'm just going to have a look at their channel. Let me just briefly have a look. Let me briefly have a look. Yes, I think that's worthy of a shout out. Just going back. Oh no, I've lost. I've gone and clicked off it now. Let me go back to it. Going back to it. Yes. Playlists. Yeah. Okie dokie. I think we'll. I'll look at that one for a future. Who else have we got in the chat? Ooh. Tell you what. I'm going to choose. Right. Brian Finnerton, would you please choose someone for a shout out tonight? I've just chosen my third one. So I'd like Brian Finnerton, who was very, very kind and very, very generously, wherever I put it. He gave me this nice little gift. I think, Brian, I'm going to let you choose tonight's second shout out. PM me who it is, and we'll get it sorted out. Craig, train for hobbies and trains. Hello, sorry I'm late. It says everybody. Thank you very much, Craig's Hobbies and Trains, for joining us. Good evening, Cheeky Tech. Gary, how are you? Great to see you. Thanks for joining us. Thank you very much. You cannot do anything between 7 and 9 on Sunday, remember, Jay? Yeah, I know. We've got a quiz to do. That's why I'm doing midday. Hey. So, yeah, check it out. Right. So, please PM. Oh, have I got a message? I've got a message. Who has he chosen? Oh, no, it's a message about his town, about Shrewsbury, actually. So, come on, Brian. I am awaiting your choice of shout out tonight. Craig, Trains and Hobbies. Craig, have you received the prize, Craig? That is a good question. Got a squalling wheel. Okay. Is Jeff in tonight? I've not seen Jeff, actually. He's probably absolutely worn out after such a hectic weekend. He's probably nodded off. But I've not seen Jeff yet tonight, actually. That's interesting stuff. As he messaged me. Right, he has now messaged me. Thank you very much. So, and I'm going to put them up, their name up in the chat so they know who they are. Oh, right, he's put it up. So, Brian has chosen Ebsworth Street as shout out number 2 tonight. Well, congratulations, Ebsworth Street. Now, I agree with that because I've seen some fantastic stuff from that channel recently. He's been showing a lot of his new exhibition stuff that he's been doing, and I am absolutely stunned with the complexity and amazingness of the stuff, the stuff that's coming basically from that channel. So yes, please do check out I need to put my teeth back in. Ebsworth Street. He's saying thank you very much. He's saying thank you very much to you, Brian. There we go. And the link for that channel is now available in the chat. 388 subscribers currently sat at. Certainly that will jump up tonight. It's just jumped up already for me. Let's have a look. So yes, good. Ebsworth Street does feature several other layouts, one being Gordon's Lane, which he's been doing a lot of work on recently. Please do check out that channel. And like I say, interact with all channels that you do subscribe to, because YouTube just have this habit of kicking you off if you haven't interacted with a channel for a while. I find many channels that I've been subscribed to for ages, and then I've come to go to them because I've not been to them for a while, and I'm no longer subscribed to them. I'm like, annoying. That is so annoying. Naughty from YouTube. But yeah, please do check out Ebsworth Street, aka Gordon's Lane YouTube channel. Interact with that channel. Give it some thumbs up on their latest videos. As always, interact, give them a comment, and mention about where you've heard about that. Ebsworth is here, so he obviously knows that you've heard about it on this. Brayworth Park saying he's sub now. Fantastic stuff. Excellent. Thanks all, much appreciated. I need to have a drink, getting dry. We're just cracking on 5 minutes from the first hour. Just having a look, actually. What did Craig? Yes, I did. Thank you. I forgot to email directly. I can't remember what the kit was. It was an O-gauge fence, I think it was. O-gauge fence. So great to know that you got it, Craig. Tim saying great shout out. I do like Ebsworth Street. Great modelling. And Jeff's in of Flint Hills. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Sorry I'm late. Just got home from being in Milton Keynes all day. Been stuck on the M25 due to many accidents. Oh dear. People saying hi to Gary. Excellent. Just looking now, looking through the chat. Anyone got? Oh, what's this now? Craig's asking, has anyone got a Class 66 TTS chip spare? Sorry, I don't. Get in touch with him. And again, I'm going to post in for you guys to come and join me. If anyone wants to come and join, chat about what you're doing this week and maybe tell us about what your plans are for Model Rail Scotland. Come and say hello. Alan Reynolds saying he's sub to Ebsworth. Fantastic stuff. I'm just going to actually have a look at that. Oh, 4 more subscriptions. We'll hit his 400 subscribers. Let's see if we can get Ebsworth to 400 subscribers before the end of the show. I bet he really would like that, wouldn't you, Ebsworth? 4 away. Fantastic. Jason, can we chat about Hatton's 60 Class 60 they've been selling? Oh, don't know. Are they? I've not heard about that. Have they gone on to do a 60? Have they now after doing the 66? Yeah, guys, I have got to go. Says Clive Cobold. No problem. Take care, Clive. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe over there. I know there's some more bad weather due in. Fingers crossed it won't affect Model Rail Scotland. I think it's due in Thursday night or Friday night, which is a bit just right in at Model Rail Scotland. But fingers crossed for you guys that do go up there. I hope it's a great weekend for you all. And don't forget, I will be live on Off the Rails radio show on Saturday and talking with some of the people from the event, live from the event. So make sure you tune in. Yep, it's 60070. No, but it's a Hornby one they have selling for £124. Okay. Nobody in the basement as of yet. Oh, yes, we have. In fact, here he is right now. Craig of New Durham Junction is coming in. No doubt he wants to talk about this Class 60. So I'm going to add him into the stream. I'll just turn up volume so I can hear him. Good evening, Craig.
Yo, you all right?
Yeah, we can hear you. You all right? Just where we are. Are we
can you hear me all right?
Room? Yeah, I can hear
Hello.
you nice and clear. Well, I can hear you. Turn your volume on. Can you hear us?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to go under the baseboards. Just do 2 seconds. Yeah.
He's going under. He's going down under. Jeff, it's a cracking model. Just the derailing issue would deter me from getting the 320 version, says the Growler. That'll be
right. Can you hear us all right now?
Yeah. Can I hear you?
Right. Yeah, super duper. Right, where's this Class 60 at?
In fact, I've got something myself to show. Where is it?
There it is.
Where have I put it?
Where can I put you?
I don't remember what I've done with it now. I had something else to show on the stream tonight, but I've forgotten what it is.
Right, I kind of spin the camera around, but what I'm going to do is bring it into clear.
Load haul, Class 60.
Yeah.
Is that 07? Or is that the high detailed one?
Yeah, super detailed, 124 quid, brand new unit from Hatton's.
Oh, very nice.
It is 6070, which is John London McAdam.
Right. Is that the is that by any chance what? So you've been doing some weathering on?
No, I've actually I have got one. What's been weathered? Shall I bring it out?
I just want to say, Ebsworth Street needs 1 more subscriber. to hit 400?
Well, I'm already there, so everyone's got my subscription. Now this one,
everybody, when you subscribe to a channel, click the bell. Oh, I like that. Click the bell to receive notifications of any future uploads from that channel.
Dave over at Tinsley Yard did this one.
Yes, absolutely lovely bit of weathering on that.
Absolutely cracking job. But I've also been playing around with the airbrush tonight as well.
Excuse me.
Just doing a bit of framework and a bit of
400 subscribers.
Well,
Thank
hey,
you very much, everybody. Well done. Absolutely fantastic stuff. There you go. Hope you. I'm pleased that we got into a milestone.
Excellent, excellent. 2 seconds. We'll get something sorted for that 400 one in a second. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. See if we can activate this.
Something to show. Oh, that was right. That was one of the things.
Right, give us 2 seconds.
Some advice from people.
Are we ready for the 400 one? I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up. Hang on to. No, it's not picked up. Exit. Escape.
Hey, what? Hey?
Right.
Ooh, that's good. That sounds beefy.
That's for the 400 subscriber.
Hey. And he's saying thank you very much.
No worries.
Well, everybody. You're very welcome, Emsworth. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm pleased he's at the 400.
Yeah, me too.
Can we get me to 1,000? I'm only at 757.
402 now. It's going up. It's on 402 now. Wow. Can we get 500?
Excellent. Well done. But this class 60, I'll just put my phone down here a second. I'm hoping it stands up. Because I'm just using my phone, that's all. Ah, that's better. So we'll get this out of the box for you.
Can you rotate it so we got widescreen?
2 seconds. I don't know if I can do that or not.
There we go.
Is that a bit better?
Yeah, we can see more of you now.
Excellent. Right. So.
Oh yeah.
I'll get this logo out of the box. It's never been out. I only took it out the other day for a quick couple of photographs. I'll tell you what, I'm even shocked that Hornby have put the proper class 60 detail back in as well, instead of using the 31.
We have got another model in the basement.
Excellent.
Feeding Boris, the spider, at the moment. He's down amongst the cobwebs in the basement.
And what I can see, this is just one absolutely fabulous.
Let me put you full screen so everyone can see it full screen. 1 second. There we go. That is nice.
Also, these Hornby 60s.
I do quite like the 60s. It's not one I've oh, they got open doors. Don't scratch it. Oh yeah.
All the super detailed ones do, but the weight in them, Jason. What I might do, obviously, when the RAF comes back, I might send you a 60 down to have a view.
That's nice. I think the last 60 that's ever visited here was actually Chris Bowers.
Was it?
Yeah, and that was absolutely incredible. I did like it. And it's a class of locomotive, actually, myself. I've not got a 60. I don't know.
Well, this is the 4th one here at New Durham Junction. I am trying to. I will get more eventually when funds allow. But absolutely fantastic logos. No modern image layout. Who hasn't got a 60 on theirs needs one on there. Jason.
Yeah. Yeah, and as Craig Hobbies and Trains just night, so it's nice that you can see through the mesh of the side grill of the locomotive.
Yeah, well, if I can get
solid plastic.
This one off on this 60, I'll show you what Dave Gilmore did for me. If you give us 2 seconds, because Hornby, when they released their 60s, they don't go to the extra detail by putting detail on them.
No.
So what Dave did, obviously with Dave working down at Tinsley, he knows his stuff. As you can see there, on that 60/30, where's the camera? There it is.
Oh, yeah.
He has painted the engine grey. How it should have been.
So when you're looking through it, you can actually see the engine.
Yes.
It's in a solid piece of plastic.
Obviously, you can't see grey with the light bench. Hang on.
Yeah.
2 seconds. Where's that light at? There. No, it's gone.
Yeah.
Hang on, no.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Where's it gone? There. Can you see that grey there?
Yeah, you can see the pipe work and everything, the exhausts and that. Yeah, very good, that.
Absolutely cracking bit of detail on it.
Right, so we've got another model in the basement. Let's have a look. Has he finished feeding Boris? Let's have some thumbs up if he has. I think he has. He's got a smirk on his face, so let's bring him in.
Smirk on my face.
Oh, the Ginger Ninja. Hello.
Good evening, Dave. Of an interesting layout, we will say that for sure.
Yeah.
Before we brought the camera, I saw something rather interesting.
Interesting.
And he's thinking, what? I said, train running. I saw a train running.
I am 2 seconds. Settings, camera. Yeah.
Wow, you have made progress. Yay. Hey, it's your favourite as well, Craig. It's a Colas.
I've got that one.
4 squeaky wheels.
Just a tiny drop of the pin glue on the axle hubs will cure that.
Is gauge you have the oil pen's the best one to use?
Yeah, oil pens, that's what I meant. A tiniest drip just on the axle will completely cure that. Because I had the same problem with my scrap wagons, and I just put a tiniest drop on the pivot of the axle and it cured it.
Hang on 2 seconds.
Good evening, Effingham. I see there, he's in the chat.
Pardon me. Yeah, I've only got 1 track connected so far.
I bet it's pleasing to see something going round.
Yeah.
It's because it's very therapeutic just watching one of the trains go around, isn't it?
Yeah, I planned on originally coming up here. I trying to sort out the bus wire and pin the last bits of track there. And I connected the Hornby Select, and then I was running the 68 TPE with the intercity coaches. And I've just been sat here just watching it go round. So kind of got distracted.
How has your loft fared with the weather?
Not too bad, to be fair. It's quite strange because I'm trying to think now how many. When we first started converting this, the first video that I put up in I think it was the November or whatever it was, my first ever episode of Facebook Friday when I went to Stuart's house.
Yeah.
I did a video before I left, I was uploading the video while I was on my way to Stuart's. And the amount of sweat that was running off my forehead while doing that video was unbelievable. It's not reached that temperature ever since. So I don't know if it's because of me doing this boarding or whatever. it gets hot in here, but not to the extreme of what it was.
How have you fared regarding the recent winds?
Well, there's no water coming through the ceiling, so I'm presuming the tiles have stayed on the roof. But
that was something that I was quite nervous of. As if those that have watched quite regularly, they'll have known that when we had the storms, was it in January? We had some storms, or whatever the last storms were. We lost quite a few tiles off our roof.
Right, guys, I'm going to have to shoot. All right.
Okay, no problem. Great. Thanks for joining us.
Take care.
Yeah.
See you, great.
So yeah, I lost quite a few tiles off the roof, but thankfully they've been repaired before the current storms came in. But I was the loft had to be isolated due to the risk of rain getting in on the electrics, but thankfully none of it did occur. But we felt, because we'd had the repairs done, our roof this time survived without a hitch. Unfortunately, the neighbours didn't. Thankfully, our cars weren't near the house at the time, but if they were where they are normally, we would have had a nice big dent in one of our cars. The tile came off the roof and just came down onto our driveway and would have hit the car if it had been in its normal place. But thankfully we moved the cars back away from the house because we didn't want to run the risk of tiles coming off again. But yeah, we were all right. It was the neighbours that weren't.
Yeah. No, we haven't had it that bad up here, to be fair. It's not been that bad compared to certain areas around Cheshire.
It's been absolutely incredible here. I've got a weather station on my roof, and that registered just nearly 65 mile an hour gusts.
Yeah.
It may have recorded more, but there was that much. It was constantly changing because there was that much happening, that many gusts. But I did get a screenshot recording of it showing just under 65 mile an hour gust, and the house was shaking. I was concerned. I was thinking, no, the loft. But
yeah, no. The house is over 100 years old, so although it's showing its age in certain area and aspects, the roof, touch wood, is solid and sound, and there's no issues. So yeah.
but no. There was quite a lot in our area that did not fare too well. That I do know for sure. So yeah, it's Flymo's just put a dangerous time. It's been. I'm inland and I got it rough here. Not so much as predicted here, but it was still windy and wild. Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. I think I've not, since 1987, I don't think I have actually experienced winds of that nature.
Yeah.
We've had strong winds. Yeah, we've had 50 mile an hour, but 60, 70. I've not had anything like that since the great knot storm of 87. If anyone does remember that, I'm showing me age there.
No, it's a year before I was born. So
yes. Michael Fish says, if any of those thought there was a storm on the way, you would be wrong. There isn't one. 10 hours later, the country had been destroyed by a storm. Yeah, just check it out if you don't know what I'm on about. Yes, that was right. You've just beat me to it. Nodrog. I know many of you do watch Nodrog. He's just done a change to his channel, but he does weather recordings up Blackpool, and he went out on the seafront with his wind speed device, and he recorded 107.8 mile an hour gusts on Blackpool seafront. And I was like, whoa, mad, absolutely mad.
It's mad because Friday, obviously, they put out the red warning and all the rest of it. To be honest, well, for where I was working and around here, we didn't really feel anything. And then I think it was this Sunday.
Then again, are you in a bit of the
valley? Well, I'm on a hill that's underneath a hill.
Right.
You
So,
know,
kind of protected,
so yeah, we but above us we've got Roast Mountain, and then obviously where I am in Roast, then obviously Wrexham's lower than us. But yeah, because we're the end terraced, our side gate, other side of the house, does get battered quite a lot by heavy winds. It didn't seem to be as bad on Friday, but I think it was Sunday night. It was absolutely horrendous. Like the windows were shaking and that. And I was like, yeah, this should be the red weather warning, not what was.
Yeah,
before.
I think pretty much the entire from Midlands to South should have been on a red, really.
Yeah. I'm trying to, I got you on the tablet on the thingy.
Off now. Thank you very much for joining us.
I think is it. Hang on. Brian saying we'll have to come over soon. I've got to get it all sorted first.
Craig's trains, hobbies and trains. He's just said I was driving my lorry back from Wales last week, and my bum was well and truly twitching. I bet it was. I've seen a few vehicles that have got blown about.
I was going to say, did you see that HGV, or I think was it some part of the coast of Wales or wherever in the northwest that was going, and all of a sudden it just banged straight on its side and slid.
Yeah,
took out three lanes worth of traffic that now stopped.
It was going like that, and it went over, and then it just went sideways and slid up the whole 3 lanes. Yeah. Jason Traffic shooting off. Take care yourself. Thank you for joining us.
Trying to go back because Brian mentioned something. Where were you? Where's your comment, Brian?
Which one? You're on about. I'll bring it up on screen.
Hang on. I did see it, and then it went. Everyone's commented that much now. Hang on. It said about something saying that have done. Oh yeah, that was it. David has done. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. You've made a lot of progress over the last month since getting back up there.
Well, with all help from Craig, really. He kind of not gave me a head wobble, but you know what I mean. Just said, "Listen, you're trying to overcomplicate it. Just clear all your boards with everything that's on it. Just put it all on the floor, and then just start laying track down loosely of 2, 3, or 4 running lines.
Mm-hmm.
See if they connect up, and then all your point work. Then go where a certain point should go, and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's
try to simplify it as best as possible.
Yeah, although the junction part to the left of me, to the right of the camera, it's quite. I suppose you could say it's quite complicated in a short space. But the process of it is that I can go from the inner running line to the outer to get to the fiddle yard.
Yeah.
Although theoretically it'd be crossing over running lines that would go in the opposite direction, but I didn't want to keep having to take off trains to then manhandle them, you know what I mean? Especially the later models now that are coming out with that much detail on. I don't want to be removing them off the layout. So the whole idea was to have 2 fixed storage yards, fiddle yards, so that I didn't have to touch trains. I knew where they were, storage and whatever else. So especially with the Mark 5 coaches coming out, I do not want to be handling them once they're on the layout.
Yeah.
Whenever they come out. Less is more.
The big term that people hear so much, and I totally agree with, less is more.
Yeah.
So I did it myself when I first started laying track. I just laid track everywhere. I filled up everything with track and then took it all away, and then ended up with just what I've got today, which is primarily the 2 main running lines, the upper branch line, which nearly disappeared completely, which is the DC line, and then I've got the lower branch line, which pretty much appeared because it just started off as a bit of a siding, and then it got extended into a small heritage branch line. But I still think there's quite a bit too much on my layout at times, and there is sometimes I have thought about taking the odd line out say sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
And in your case, that's what looks like it seems like you've actually done. You've taken away everything, started again, and found out you're probably using a lot less than what you used before.
Yeah, it's the station side is it's two. It's four. Well, it's theoretically 4 running lines, but I've got the 2 behind the camera that the furthest points. They're the 2 main running lines. Then I've got the branch line, and then I've got the freight line, and then off the freight line I've got a conjunction of point networks, which more or less for local storage, just single local storage, and then it goes to the left and then into 2 sidings, which I was going to put them as abandoned and just have some graffitied up wagons, but I've got trying to think now, the scale model scenery stacked container office kit.
Oh yeah,
can't think of what the actual name is. It's
Port
behind that. I said Port Cabin ones. So that's going to be, well, I'll take it there, but it's more or less going to be. So there's going to be from. I can try and point it down from the main road here. There's going to be a road that comes down.
Yeah.
Along here, and then there's going to be like a network of fence along there. Tunnel portals there, and then obviously that track goes out, which will be another tunnel portal or whatever. And then, this will be port cabins probably about by here. Four locals sat in the bit there and whatever else. So it's coming along. I've got to buy and build the Metcalfe red brick viaduct, but I got to do 2 of them because of the 2 running lines to go over the canal area. At the minute, there's just two boards that are just satting over, supporting the track. But got the father-in-law coming round tomorrow to help me install the rest of the bus wire and to install the droppers, because it's quite hard trying to drill, then get on your backside, get underneath. Because now that I've dropped the boards, it wasn't as easy as what it was last time, because I could just sit up. Now I've literally got to physically lie on my back looking up at the baseboards while trying not to drop solder in my eye and face and all the rest of it.
I've been there and done that. It doesn't often work.
No. So it's a work in progress, but I'll get there. And then once it's all wired up, then I'll just run trains as much as I possibly can. Obviously, the DCC ones I've got, I need to get a rolling road because they've been sat still for a while. They don't respond as well, so I need to try and get them running. And then, once it's all running, and I know it all works without having to rip track up, then it's fiddly yards in place, all connected in, and then my first port of call is putting a board over the back to cover the back countryside fiddly yard. Put that on, and then I'll see where I am at, and then try and work out a plan each month or week, whatever, for a year, and then go, right, this is where I want to be in 12 months with basic scenery and all the rest of it. So it's
Life's just put something up there actually, and I'm just going to put that up on the screen.
Is that the same car meet that was at the place the same time as when I was there? When we were going to meet up before, when I said that I was in the crew.
So if anyone wants access to the Heritage Centre for free, car meet is taking place at Crew Heritage Centre. Gives you the option to get in to not only see some great vintage cars, you also get to see the trains.
It was quite a good turnout last time, to be fair. There was some quite interesting cars there, and even got the misses on the APT as well.
So if you've got the opportunity, that is on 27th of February, Sunday the 27th. So that's this Sunday. So if anyone's in the area wanting a day out for the family, weather permitting. 27th this Sunday at Crew Heritage Centre. There is a crew car meet.
I think we're going for a car this Sunday.
It's actually called Off the Rails as well. No connection to MRYCG. Yeah.
I was about to ask that then.
There were pictures from last year's event. And apparently it is a really good car meet as well. So if anyone's interested, if you want to know more about that, check out thecrewnews.co.uk.
I'm trying to think when it was. When me and the missus went, I think, see, it was a while ago.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think now. It's 2 years ago or so. Can't remember. This pandemic's thrown out days, weeks, months, years. Don't even know what day it is after.
Okay, Growlers had to get off. No problem. Thank you very much. Jeff Hammond, Barnabas Junction. What DC system is he going to use? That's a question to you. He's doing the NC Power Cab.
This will be the final end results, but I'm using a Hornby Select at the minute because this doesn't use or doesn't like using non-chipped locos, and I have a lot of non-chipped locos.
Right.
So
right.
For now, I'm gonna upgrade them one by one because I'm thinking the prices of chips have probably gone up since the last time I bought one. Which I think the last one I bought was a Hornby one, and it was absolutely naff.
You can get, I think you get the Zen ones for 20 quid.
So, all right, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's that. That was my last knowledge of the prices a couple of months ago. I don't know if they've increased at all in the last few months, but yeah. Rachel's just actually reminded me of something that I posted on my social media for the channel. I posted out. Don't need the audio. I posted out. But if anyone actually wanted to know, that's it. Oh, Zimo decoders are 20 quid, right? Okay. Yeah, Zimo ones working the 68, fantastic as well. Get Zimo ones actually. I'll say they're good, especially if you can get sound ones. Zimo sound are fantastic.
Yeah, well, the Colas 37, I want that in sound. The two 68s that I got, I want in sound.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think what else I've got. The Virgin Thunderbird that I got from yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I want that in sound. Do they do a sound sound file for the Pendolinos?
Yeah, there's. I don't know if it's. Is it? I know. Yeah, it is. There is a Pendolino sound chip out.
Is that?
I know people. Some people have got them. I know it's. I know the John Warner Piccadilly. He's got it in his N-Gauge Pendolino sound fitted.
Yeah, well, that's two Pendolinos that I need to get sound fitted then. You can turn the volume down, can't you? So they're not like.
I believe so. Yeah.
Sorry, because I don't want like a massive headache while I'm up here.
Yeah, I get told to turn them down now and then. Right. Yeah. So I'm put on my social media, and Dave, you probably know all this already because I think you've seen them when you've been here in crew, and I think I've mentioned this before. I put on my social media about anybody that was wondering why my TMD is not called Barnabas Junction TMD, why it's called Four Eagles TMD.
Yeah.
Well, as people know, I like to keep connections with my layout to where I live. Barnabas Junction being something to do with crew. The station itself is very loosely predicting crew station, although that's got 12 platforms. I've only got 4. But the TMD, and it's funny enough, it was Rachel, the wife, that actually chose the name, surprisingly, for the TMD. And the TMD is called Four Eagles. Now, it's got a big connection with crew, and that is for crew history, the Four Eagles. And the story is on the website again, as I said. this is a link to this, and you may just see on this picture that is an old picture of the entrance into Crewe Works from the Chester line, coming from the railway station direction. And as you can see, there's a bridge here. That right in the, if you can just see right in the far distance, you'll see a line and some more works in the distance. That is actually the Chester line. Let's see if I can just zoom in a bit more on that picture. There we go. So right in the far distance, you'll see another bridge. That's the Chester line in the distance. And there's an embankment, and then there's this line with the hut. Now this is the line into Crewe Works coming from the railway station, roughly where McDonald's is now in Crewe on Dunwoody Way. And as you can see, it's got 4 eagles on it with the crest underneath with the letter C. That's why it's called 4 Eagles TMD, and those eagles are set to appear on it, on the bridge. So if you want to have a look about the history of why, oops, I'll just reset that so it's back to normal size. And they came to the town after an accident on a railway bridge. I think it was in Chester. I need to read that now. There was an accident, yeah, in fact, near you. It was near you, Roaben. Roaben, that's it. It was near Roaben. An accident in 1847 in Roaben. Local passenger train fell off the bridge into the river. And that bridge there is where the eagles came from, because they dismantled the bridge.
The only part of the line is it's quite a distance before Roaben, which is now the T-Mower Bridge Viaduct.
Well, that bridge that you see in that artist impression was taken down after the accident, and a brand new bridge was built.
That's probably then. Looking at it, it's probably the T-Mower Country Park Bridge, but it's twice the size of that height wise.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that was in 1847.
You learn something new every day.
So check out this story if you've not seen it. It's worthy of a look. And some old photographs. That was the old entrance into Brell Crewe Works, with one of the eagles, as you can see there on the entrance.
I was going to say, is it one or two of the eagles? Wasn't it a part of the Crewe Works on certain buildings?
All 4 of them were in Crewe Works until obviously Crewe Works got partially demolished, and they got put into storage, but thankfully they were saved. And now we've got the pub, the 4 Eagles, on the old land with a replica wooden one, and the current 4 Eagles are here. Now, Digger's going to like this.
DB Schenker.
There are 2 at the Heritage Centre, one on the entrance to the DB Schenker depot, and one at the Eagle Bridge Medical Centre, which is also on the old land of Brell, which you can see there. And the other one on the Heritage Centre, you can just see it's on top of the junction.
Yeah.
But yeah, Digger. Yeah, he's there. He's laughing. He's laughing. Got to show a bit of DB Schenker, haven't I?
I want to get a DB Schenker in a 66, but I also want to get a class. Is it 60? Is it 60?
Timber's just said could probably do. I've already got the Eagles. I've already landed. That's all I will say on that, Timo. The Eagles have already landed, so look out for them appearing on the TMD in the coming few months. I've got to paint them up, but yeah. But only the one, you'll notice only one of them is not actually on its C plinth. And that's because that was in too bad of a condition state that they weren't able to rescue it.
I think Timber Surf there's got a bit of a spelling.
I never realised Beatenhof Junction is only a few miles out of Lumsdonia. Yes, it is. You're in the same town near enough. Timber's in Wrexham. You're only a few miles up the road.
Well, I thought he was trying to say Llandudno or something like that, but yeah. No, I'm in Jacko land. I am.
So I'm just trying to watch. I've just seen we've got Simon, the railway enthusiast, 83 in the chat, and Simon's Trains Model Rail Showcase. Yes, I'm aware that you were modding for another live stream that was taking place. I was aware that went live at the same time as me, but no problem. No, not an issue. Everyone can live stream whenever they wish. Look, it is someone of your generation. Aminal would have called it the Golden Arches. Yeah, a millennial would have called it the Golden Arches. Indeed. Yeah, if you go to the car meet on Sunday at the Heritage Centre, you'll see those two. Them two there. That one being at the gatehouse as you enter the Heritage Centre. That is really nice. Huge, that is. There's a photograph of me somewhere, me stood next to that. My head just get to about level with the base of the wings, so that must be about 10 to 12 foot high in the air. That huge.
So is that new then to the entrance? Because when we went to that car meet with the missus a while ago, I didn't notice that.
No, it may have been taken away temporarily. The as you can see, it's on a brick base. That I think used to be on the wall up against by the APT a bit further up, but they built this brick area, took it away, and fully repainted it. So it might have been taken away during the repaint.
I was going to say, because not like you could miss that. To be fair,
no, you can't miss it. It's the first thing you see when you arrive, apart from the APT. But yeah, check it out. If you like that, again, is on the Crew News. If you want to have a quick read about that, that is the history of my TMD. That's why it's called the Four Eagles TMD. Connection to crew. A nice Scamel truck there and all like that. That's what I do like that picture. That road being no longer exists. There's a big set of traffic lights now there. Excellent stuff. So yeah, that's the Four Eagles. Right. Well, I've got a final shout out and a modeller's moment still to do. So I'm just going to drop you down into the basement while I sort out the next.
I was going to say my phone is on 12%, so I'm going to drop out now.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Right.
Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll get to the next shout outs. If anybody else does want to join us, feel free to. Take care, Dave. Speak to you soon.
See you in a bit.
I'll post a link for anyone who wants to join, so they can do before we do bring the show to an end. So it's time, and now nobody knows who this is, but I'm already going to say it. I'm already going to do it. So it's time for the third and final shout out of the show. And the third and final shout out, and I know the reason why I've chose this, I can't say, apart from I can say, if you understand that. There is a reason behind it, and why I'm saying it, but there's two reasons why. One reason I can't say, but I will, you may do in the future. But the third and final shout out today goes to Digger Evans Model Railway. So yes, Digger Evans, you are tonight's third and final shout out. I'm just going to bring up your channel. Digger has been doing an absolute ton of videos recently. There we go, and we got it. Now he is on a large number of subscribers, but I want to give him a shout out for a particular reason, which I can't announce as of yet. But as he, yeah, quite rightly, I've done a bit of a Schenker shout out. That rhymes, doesn't it? Schenker shout out. Digger Evans, tonight this is your life. That's what we could say. Yeah, have a check out. He's been doing some cracking stuff on his layout recently. And also say hello to the bird, the parrot. Check it out. You probably are already subscribed to the channel, undoubtedly, but please do check it out. He has got a good description, but I'm not going to read it out right now because I need a drink. But the link is there. Flymo's on the ball. If you're not already, please do subscribe to Digger's channel. Everyone's saying, Digger, you're a star. You're very welcome. Yeah, you probably are already. There's a lot of you out there that already are. He is already on a large number of subscribers, but I think he well deserves. It's not just for the small channels, these shout outs, for the bigger channels as well. He does deserve a shout out for more than one reason, and he probably knows why. Or if he doesn't, he will do very soon. But yeah, well deserved shout out. Digger Evans Model Railway. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Check out his channel, select the bell, select all notifications, and also interact with any channel that you do subscribe, and give them some thumbs up. Just like give this stream some thumbs up, please. Highly appreciate it, everybody. Just as much as Digger would appreciate it too, for you to check out his channel and check out what he's been up to, and say hi to the parrot. Say hi to the parrot. Right, one last thing then to do on the show, but before we do, oh, here we go. Laugh out loud, Shanks. Yeah. He says, thank you very much. You very much indeed. Appreciate it from myself. I'll be in touch with you very soon, actually. And yeah, Timo says, top shout out, Digger. So well deserved, brother. Indeed. Yeah. And everyone's saying that they're already subscribed, which I had a feeling most of you were. But a lot of new people to these streams each and every week. So it's ideal for those that might not be subscribed. Please do go check them out. Right, 1 hour 42. So what are we talking about? We've got obviously Model Rail Scotland taking place. Take care and enjoy the show, everybody, this weekend, if you are going. Can the parrot say Shanks? That's a question to ask. Can the parrot say Shanks? If it doesn't, I'm sure it will do soon then, if Digger's got anything to do about it. Yeah, Model Rail Scotland taking place this Friday. If you're going, have a great time. If not, then tune in to Sonic Radio from 4 p.m. this Saturday for the Off the Rails radio show Radcast. And we'll be talking live with some guests live from Model Rail Scotland. So please, fingers crossed, it all goes well. Please come and join us and see what we've got to say. We're going to be obviously talking about Model Rail Scotland and other exhibitions that are taking place, as we always do, and other things in the railway news as well. Can the parrot pronounce Pathelli properly? I can. He doesn't speak, Simon, but I keep persevering. Right. Simon says he's off to Model Rail Scotland on Friday. Excellent stuff. I hope you have a great time. And I hope to look forward to plenty of videos and photographs from anybody that just literally just go. Appreciate it. Getting on Modeller's Moments. Talking of Modeller's Moment, that is coming up in a moment. And I'm quite surprised that the person that's actually on Modeller's Moment has not been in the chat tonight. But he's usually in the chat every single week. But I've not seen him in the chat tonight, which is quite shocking. And I think he's going to be shocked as well, because he has sent a small selection of photographs. He's not necessarily talks about, if shows in his photographs, his layout, but he does have a layout. He does have a layout to speak, but there's a reason why he's got to have something like a layout to run the trains. But more about that in a moment. But anyway, yes. So also we have launched, MRYCG have launched today the Around the World in 24 Hours Model Railway live stream event. Please go check out the MRYCG Facebook page, all about that. And if you're interested, get your place booked, your slot booked for taking place in that. We look forward to seeing stuff. It's all about you, the modelers, not MRYCG. It's just they're holding the event. It's all about you. you YouTubers with your model railways to get involved in that and create an ongoing 24-hour community event for you all. So look forward to seeing things take place on that. Also, there's the meet at the Heritage Centre, car meet at the Heritage Centre this Sunday, 27th. If you're in the area or you fancy a day out, you want to look at some classic cars and also have a nosy around the Heritage Centre at the same time, come and join that. That'd be good stuff. But if not, come to the radio cast on Saturday at Sonic Radio. Right, let's get on with tonight's final part of the show, and it is yes, today's Modeller's Moment. It comes courtesy of a channel name. It's actually a person's name, no layout name on it, but the channel name and person is called Matthew Whitmore, and he has sent a selection of photographs of a lot of his trains. He does model 00, O, and other scales as well. Here we see his 00 gauge collection. Sorry, his O gauge collection. I do correct that. This is his O gauge collection. So yes, Matthew Whitmore, he sent in these lovely photographs. Those are some of his O gauge stock. I'm just phenomenal that I love that GBRF 50, I think it is in the background. And here is a further, just look at that collection. That is his some of his 00 gauge stock. He sent several photographs, and my word, the collection just continues, including the Pendolino Avanti set there. Quite like that. Very nice. Some EWS train packs. There's the Flying Banana. Oh, this is his own personal collection. Oh, and I've just spotted a TPE and a DRS locomotive 68s there at the bottom. And his pride of joys, he says, is his Freightliner 86s that he's recently acquired. Fantastic locomotives. He's got them on display. Absolutely love the collection, and I'm just like astonished. And there is the man himself. That is Matthew Whitmore, showing us his collection of rolling stock and other things as well. There's poppet things as well, and buses as well is what he likes too. You can check out his channel. The channel name is basically Matthew Whitmore. Please do check him out if you like what he has posted. He does a lot of videos from a lot of different things. Please do check out his channel. He'll appreciate it. But as I said, he's not been in the chat tonight. Now, he's always in the chat, and I'm stunned that tonight he has been selected as Modeller's Moment. He has sent in his stuff a couple of weeks ago, and I'm absolutely shocked that he's not here tonight to feature and see his own Modeller's Moment take place. Excuse me. I think it's going to be time for a cuppa in a minute. A nice hot cuppa is on the cards. So, yeah, we've no more people joining us in the basement. So, thank you very much, everybody. I know we're not in the loft this week. I've been absolutely snowed under with stuff. I've been decorating. I've been to the Worley. Yeah, great stuff. So grab these bits and bobs from the Worley. A big thank you to the Worley team. They put on an absolutely fantastic event last Sunday for the Winter Worley Open Day. Lots of layouts on display. If you haven't seen any footage of those, I know Brian of Finniston Central, I know MRYCG Junction TMD, he's put videos out. Worley have put pictures out. Please do check them out. You will really enjoy watching the videos as much as we did. In those of us that went, enjoyed to actually be able to get out and enjoy the company of other people. It was a brilliant day, and I enjoyed the train journey. I went down by train, not by car. I enjoyed the train journey down there and the train journey back. I've got some video clips of me traveling on the train, catch me trains. Not of Worley. I didn't film anything. I went there to see everybody, but I didn't do actually really any filming while I was there. But I did film the trains crew, the trains of getting on and off, and some small video clips that I have thrown together, and they will be going out onto the channel in the coming days. I've just got to finish piecing it together. So look out for that coming up on the channel in the next few days. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everybody for joining me today. Lots of great new names and faces in the chats. It's been it's greatly appreciated that you're coming to join us and say hello and chat model railways. One final thing to say is next week's episode will be the last in this series. So next week's episode, which will be episode 15, will be the final one of this series. It's not going off. I'm just going to take a couple of weeks break to catch up on everything, and then we'll be back with series 6. So next week, please come and join me for the final series, the final episode of this series, episode 15. I thank you all for joining me every week. I know you'll miss the show because I know a lot of you do enjoy coming and joining me on a Tuesday night for an hour or two, and I enjoy your company. And next week, we're going to be doing a little bit of something special for you guys. It's going to be a show about you taking over the layout. Okay? It's going to be a show for you to take over the layout. So it's going to be a bit of a running session, but you guys that are tuning in are going to be in charge of what is running. Not me. I'm going to completely take everything off the layout, and it's going to be up to you guys to run the trains on the layout. So join me next week for episode 15, the final in series 5. Who am I going to talk to at 7 o'clock? Well, you don't really talk to any. Oh, right, you mean in chat before the show starts. But yeah, don't forget, I won't be gone long. I'm just going to get things together because series 6 is going to be a very interesting series. Bit of scenic work in a new area is going to be involved in it. So take care, everybody. Stay safe. DP. Dave. Take care. Stay safe, everyone. Have a great weekend at Model Rail Scotland. If not, join me on Saturday on Sonic Radio, or maybe at the Heritage Centre on Sunday. Until then, you take care, stay safe, and the usual saying, keep on modelling. Bye from me.